Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Sneha Patel from MB Patel English Medium Secondary and Higher Secondary School. Students of Standard 11th, let us study English. Today, we'll be dealing with Poem 2 from book Hornbill. The name of the poem is The Laburnum Top and the poet is Ted Hughes. In today's class, we'll be focusing on the meaning of laburnum tree, goldfinch, comprehension of the poem, gist of the poem, poetic devices used, that is, the figures of speech, highlights of the poem, and finally, the message. Students, have you seen the laburnum tree? I'm sure you have. Here is what laburnum tree looks like. A tree with beautiful yellow flowers on it. In Hindi, laburnum tree is called amaltas, and in Gujarati, it is known as garmado. I'm sure you must have seen this. We are going to discuss about the laburnum tree in today's poem. In the laburnum tree, a bird called goldfinch enters. And what does it look like? Goldfinch is a beautiful yellow bird, and it has got a black color bar on its face. We are going to discuss about the laburnum tree and goldfinch. Let us study and understand this poem. The laburnum top. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. The laburnum top, how is it? The top of the tree, it is silent, without any activity. And the month is September. And the time is afternoon. That's why there is the shade of yellow. The sunlight is yellow. And also, the leaves of this tree are yellow because they are aging. They are ready to fall because September is a month of autumn, and in autumn the leaves fall from the tree. The seeds of this laburnum tree have already fallen, and now the leaves which are turning yellow, they will also fall. This tree is silent. There's no movement in the tree. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. We saw in the beginning lines that the laburnum tree is silent, inactive, but that silence of the tree ends as soon as the goldfinch sits on the branch of the tree. With a chirrup, it enters the tree. There is suddenness, startlement at the branch end. Something starts moving, shaking, and activity begins. Then sleek as a lizard, and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. As soon as The goldfinch sits on the branch of the tree. It starts chirping. And then what does she do? Like a lizard, she enters into the thickness of the tree. What is her destination? It is her nest. She goes towards the nest, and in the nest, her babies are waiting for her because she has brought food for the babies. As soon as the babies look at the mother, they also start making noise. And here, that's why it is said, the machine starts up. Suddenly, there is activity in the laburnum tree because of the goldfinch and her family. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. This is how, by making noise, by flapping the wings, the babies react when they look at the mother, and their reaction produces sound. The whole tree trembles and thrills. We saw in the beginning that the tree was silent, but as soon as the goldfinch enters in it, when it goes to its babies, what happens? The whole tree starts trembling and thrilling. There is activity in the tree. It is the engine of her family. She stokes it full. Here, goldfinch is compared with an engine. What is the importance of an engine in a machine? Everything. If the engine doesn't work properly, can the machine work? No. Similarly, goldfinch is an engine. It is her responsibility to take care of her family, to feed her family. So what does she do? She keeps on going and coming. And whenever she is away from her children, she finds food. When she has enough food, she returns to her nest and feeds the children. She stokes it full. It means she satisfies the hunger of her children. Then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. After feeding her children, what does the goldfinch do? She again comes back to the branch end because she has to go fly out again in search of food so that she can return with food. She comes and sits on the end of the branch, and her face, which is barred because this black strips are there, it is kind of an identity mask for her. She reveals her barred face, her identity mask. Then, with eerie, delicate whistle, chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite. After sitting on the branch of the tree, she whistles and then launches away, flies away towards the infinite. It means it flies away in search of food. And the laburnum subsides to empty. In the beginning of the poem, the lines were, the laburnum tree is quiet and still. Again, when the goldfinch flies away, it subsides to empty. It means that it again becomes silent and still. Students, I hope This simple and beautiful poem is clear to you? For your better understanding, let us look at the gist of the poem. In the beginning, the laburnum tree is silent, death-like. There is no activity in the tree. It is motionless. But this situation changes when, as soon as the goldfinch enters the tree becomes active, lively. It gets life. Like a lizard, very cautiously, goldfinch first sits at the branch end, but then moves towards its nest. As soon as the babies look at the mother, they start making noise. They flap their wings. Even the goldfinch is happy to go to them. She starts feeding the babies. The activity of the goldfinch and her babies make the tree tremble. The branches and leaves of the tree start moving. In this way, the tree also becomes active, lively. The death-like silence transforms into vivacity of life. Then goldfinch flies away to bring food for her family. As soon as she leaves, what happens to the tree? Its children wait in silence, and the laburnum tree also becomes empty. Let us identify the figures of speech or the poetic devices used in this poem. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. Here, laburnum top is given the human quality, that's why it's personification, and also silent and still are synonymous terms, meaning is same. So it is also a tautology. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight. Here, transferred epithet is used. September is not yellow, but sunlight is yellow. A leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Here, euphemism is used. A negative thing, sad thing, is expressed over here. All its seeds fallen means that the seeds have died. Goldfinch comes with a twitching chirp. Here sound is produced, and that's why it's onomatopoeia. A suddenness, a startlement. Both are synonymous terms. That's why it's a tautology. Then, sleek as a lizard. Here goldfinch is compared with a lizard. So it's a simile. A machine starts up. Goldfinch is called a machine. That's why it's a metaphor. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. Sound is produced here, so it's onomatopoeia. The whole tree trembles and thrills. Human quality is given to the tree. Personification. It is the engine of her family. Engine means bread earner. So, metonymy. And goldfinch is indirectly compared with an engine. So, it's also a metaphor. Then flirts out to a branch end. Imagery. We can visualize the movement of the bird in the tree, showing her barred face identity mask. Face, synecdoche. Her bar-faced is her entire identity. She launches away towards the infinite. Overstatement. So, hyperbole. Eerie, delicate whistle chirrup, whisperings. Sound is produced. That's why onomatopoeia. And the Laburnum subsides to empty. Human quality is given to a tree. Personification. Highlights of the poem. Yellow color symbolizes life, death, silence and activity in this poem. Leaves of tree are yellow because they are ready to fall. It's the season of autumn. So here death is indicative. Sunlight, that is in the afternoon. The sunlight is bright, it is lively and represents life. The laburnum tree is full of yellow flowers, but it is silent. Whereas the goldfinch, which is yellow in color, it is lively and active. Seasons symbolize cycle of life. There are 4 major seasons: winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Similarly, there are stages in life like childhood, youth, old age, and death. In this poem, autumn is mentioned. The tree is ready to shed all the leaves. They are yellowing. As goldfinch gives life to tree, family members make house a home. Laburnum tree, it's beautiful, decorative, having yellow flowers. But without the birds in it, it is death-like. Similarly, without family members in it, a house will remain a building of bricks and stone. It's only the presence of family members in it. Then house can be transformed into a home. In this poem, contrast is highlighted. We can see the contrast between the tree and the bird. The tree is silent, whereas the bird, goldfinch, is active. Tree is stationary, cannot move, but the bird is always on the move. Similarly, in our life, we have certain goals. We all cannot be on the move at the same time. Sometimes we have to play a role which is passive and sometimes active. According to the situation, we should live. In this poem, certain realities of life are highlighted, which are: remain active, do not be lazy or idle, be responsible, take the responsibility nicely, fulfill your duties, whatever work you are allotted, do it sincerely, take care of the family. They are the backbone of our life. We need shelter. Here, the bird gets shelter in the tree. We also have to pursue a career so that our basic needs of food, shelter, and clothing are satisfied. Be selfless, generous, and charitable. Work for self and for others. Life is not living for your own self. It is about fulfilling the responsibilities, maintaining interpersonal relationships. Be positive in thick and thin. Whether it is autumn or spring, there is life. So be positive in both the situations, happiness or sadness. Students to remember, don't stop, keep on moving. Face the challenges head on. Fulfill all your responsibilities. Fight it out. Give importance to your family and take care of your family, because it is the family who will provide you with all the support in life. Please give importance to your family. Take care of it. Respect parents and elders, because they really work hard to fulfill their responsibilities well. It is because of your parents and elders that you are gaining lot many things in your life. So show respect towards them. Please take this message very sincerely and seriously. Students, I hope this poem is very clear to all of you. Please recite the poem. Watch this video again for better understanding. Write the exercise. Study well. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much.